All right, so this is one I really wanted to focus on too. And I'm probably going to put this at the beginning of the video. So if you kind of see me kind of go back and forth, because I don't think a lot of people know that this is out. So this is the Fuel 12 volt, okay, wet dry vac. So again, people, and my opinion with this, I think they did a great job with the pack out. Now listen, I wish it would have been a little bit more powerful. All right. I think the price, again, Makita's is 159, theirs is 199. It's pack out compatible. You can see that, no big deal. I think this again, I think the 12 volt stuff is really priced well. We just, if you haven't seen it yet, you're going to hear me talk about the pin nailer. And again, I can't believe the pin nailer is cheaper than an 18 volt multi-tool. A multi-tool again is a very simple tool. But anyway, so here's the 12 volt brushless fuel wet dry vac. It's 1.6 gallons. So the Gen 1 M18 wet dry vac was a 2 gallon. This is a 1.6. Let's take a look at it spec wise. So you're going to have 45 CFM. So I believe that's right what the Gen 1. Again, are they kind of just switching motors? If you're going to see later in the video talking about the impact wrenches. But, maybe this is just, well, obviously it can't be with this tool because this is a brushless with the power state brushless motor. But 45 CFM. So if you're happy with the performance of your Gen 1 18 volt, I think you're going to love this one. It's a 12 volt. It has 45 CFM and 42 inch of probably wet. I mean, you're going to see as I go along with this video of how many errors Home Depot has made. But 42 inches of water lift. It's missing up here. But here, all right, 42 inches of water lift. It comes with a crevice tool, HEPA filter, utility nozzle, flexible hose, and it comes with a wall mount. So you're going to be able to mount this on a wall. Has 14 minutes of runtime on high and 26 minutes on low. I'm guessing that's with a 6 amp hour battery. Remember, this is a 12 volt, so the batteries are smaller. But 14 minutes ain't that bad on high with a 6 amp hour 12 volt battery. All right. And 26 minutes on low. 45 CFM, that's obviously on high. I don't know how many CFM low is with this. Again, $129. We're going to see this, obviously probably for $99 at some point, right? Or $129 with a battery, something like that. And again, you're going to see me talk about the pin nailer. I think with the 12 volt stuff, besides the 12 volt multi-tool, I think they've done a great job pricing with this. And I'm very excited for this. This would be one I would get. Yeah, so faster cleanup. They're comparing it to probably an old DeWalt. DeWalt needs a new one, guys, bad. Hopefully it'll be coming out one. Now, they do have that Flex Volt, which is a really underrated. That's more of a. That's not really a vac as much as a to attach to miter saws and circular saws and stuff like that. But this is 2 times quieter. I don't know what they're comparing it to. A corded competitor. And I don't know how that's 2 times quieter, 87 to 94, but we'll leave it at that. Up to 45 CFM, you got a blower port, built-in blower port. Mounting capabilities. All right, so here you have a wall mount. That's awesome. Freaking totally awesome. And 129, I forget that. What else we got here? All right, here's some more pictures of her. Awesome. 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 All right. So, all you 12 volt people out there, 129. Again, I don't want to go too much into the product overview because a lot of it is just very weird. And as you see this video go on, excuse me, it gets a little bit worse with some of the info. All right. But besides that, the 12 volt, we went over a lot of this stuff, guys. And you'll see here coming up, we'll go over the rest of this stuff, guys. And again, I want to thank Mr. Enrique for this. We'll talk about that more again. This is probably going to be in the beginning of the video. But let's continue with the Pipeline 2020. All right, folks. I want to thank Mr. Enriquez. How he found this page, I have no idea. But I love him. All right, guys. This is really the entire pipeline of day one of the Milwaukee NPS 2020 list of tools. They're already all up on the site. All right, we're going to go over them. Now, we know about the framing nailer. It kind of added stuff that was released, you know, starting in June. All right, we know about a lot of this stuff, so we're going to skip over it. It includes a lot of the MX stuff. All right, here's that 1-inch impact wrench D-handle, $800 bare tool. All right, and you're going to be surprised at some of the pricing for the people that haven't seen it yet. You know, we talked about the multi-tool this morning, and you're going to see some tools. I'm going to be honest with you. I was a little shocked because I thought some tools that were going to be more money or less money, right? And then we talked about the multi-tools, one that I thought would be less. But I'm not surprised because, like I said in the comments, the M12 Multi-Tool bare tool is $149. So, you know, obviously the 18 volt is going to be more. So, all right, let's go over all. We'll skip all these blades here. Here's the M12 with the 4 amp hour battery. All right, now we're getting into the tools that were released yesterday. Here is, all right, folks. So we are at the new Gen 2 mid-torque impact wrench. Yes. Just about 3 years, 2.5, 3 years after the Gen 1. They have already come back with the Gen 2. Now, $219. See, this is what, you know, a lot of people have been complaining about the prices, right, of some of this new Milwaukee stuff. And really over the past 6 to 9 months. Now, I could be wrong about this. And, you know, feel free in the comments to give your opinion. But I've really only noticed these price increases with the TTI tools. All right. I really haven't noticed them with DeWalt. Again, I could be wrong. I haven't really noticed them with Makita, right? It's really been Ryobi and Milwaukee. Now, Rigid also a little bit here and there, but just weird pricing. And again, like I said, you're going to be surprised. Now, how this is cheaper. Now, I still think this is a little bit overpriced. Only for the fact that, well, I don't want to say that. I'll take that back because spec-wise, it's very similar. All right, now in the stuff here in the product overview, again, Home Depot is really kind of weird with this stuff. They've kind of messed some stuff up. You know, like I said, the stick vac is not a wet dry stick vac. It's just a dry vac. Okay, it's not 1 gallon. It's 0.25. The pack out vac, again, 2.5 gallon. They have 2.7. Spec wise, very similar to the Gen 1, and it's definitely more compact, right? 450 fastening, 600 nut busting, but it says 3/8 here. All right, the M18 Fuel 3/8 inch mid-torque impact wrench is the most powerful 3/8 impact wrench in the industry. I think it has this. I think the Gen 1 was pretty much the same. I think it had 650. I could be wrong. That again, I know the half inch had 650 nut busting torque, but best power to weight ratio, obviously, because this is more compact. But again, we're looking at the half inch in the title, and in the description here, it's saying 3/8. So we're gonna have to take this with a grain of salt. All right. But you got 2,300 RPM, and we'll just use it as the 3/8. All right. You're gonna get 600 foot-pounds. Um, has a 3-mode drive control. All right. Now we know the mid torque, the Gen 1 had that auto, but I did deals, guys. We've seen the mid torque for 199. We've seen the mid torque for 179. Heck, I've done hacks, and I know hundreds of you have gotten that hack with the mid torque at $113. So $219 for this. I'm not going to say it's. I think it's about right. It is definitely a smaller, more compact impact wrench over the Gen 1 mid torque. All right. And you do got that tri mode that they've obviously ripped off from DeWalt. They've kind of done it themselves. Now, again, in the title here, half inch with friction ring, but $219. Now, again, how this is cheaper than the multi-tool is crazy. Now, here is the 3/8. Now, here is the 3/8 compact, okay, brushless impact wrench. So you got a Gen 2 mid-torque 3/8, and you have a compact. There's only a $20 difference. Again, if you have the Gen 1 impact wrench, that's pretty much giving you the same specs. A little bit bigger. You don't have the tri-mode lights in the front. I don't know. I would go for this one, just to be honest with you. And, this is, I think, fairly well priced, bare tool. Again, it's brand new. Is it going to go cheaper? Absolutely. Is it going to come with a 5 amp hour battery for $199 at some point? Absolutely. So again, why would you buy this over the 12 volt? All right, the 12 volt, 250 pounds of nut busting torque. 18 volt. Now you're going to add a bigger battery to it. It's going to be a little bit heavier. I mean, size-wise, this could actually be smaller. Like I said, with the Surge, you heard me talk about the M18 Surge, which was out around 2 or 3 years before the 12 volt came out. The 18 volt is actually a little bit smaller. Now, obviously, even though this might be smaller in length, there's battery, right? There's weight. The M12 is going to be the better buy. All right. I said this in the video too. The max that you were gonna see out of this was probably 300, and I wouldn't be surprised if it was the same amount. All right. This has the 4-mode drive control. All right, so you probably do have that auto mode. Again, in the Gen 2 mid torque, it just said 3-mode. So maybe you're not getting the auto mode, or maybe you're just getting a high and a low in an auto mode. But you guys can take a look at this. 210 foot-pounds of fastening torque, 250 of nut busting, and you do have the auto shut-off mode. 0 to 900 in mode 1, 0 to 1600 RPM in mode 2, and up to 2500 in mode 3. The specs aren't really out on this. It's just a product overview. IPM is probably, again, similar to the M12. Okay. We know about the new hatchet. We're not going to spend too much time on that. Here's the 3/8. Well, and here is the half inch. So the compact is coming in a half inch. All right. So maybe you got the 3/8 in the 12 volt, and maybe you were thinking about getting a 1/2 inch stubby. Now they can call this compact, let's just call it the stubby. But maybe you have the 3/8 stubby 12 volt and you were thinking about getting the 1/2 inch. For another $20, you are getting the 18 volt 1/2 inch version. If you want to go for it, maybe you have more 18 volt batteries or 18 volt tools that you use. And more batteries that you have and use and have available. So you might want to get this one over the 12 volt. But again, you're getting the same torque, right? 250 foot-pounds. You do have the tri-LEDs that are different. Obviously the stubby doesn't have that. These are the first models, the Gen 2 mid-torque and the Gen 1 compact with the tri-mode lighting. All right, it does say, it's 4.9 inches in length, which is, again, very similar to the 12 volt. The 4-mode drive control offers greater precision with a range of preset RPM and IPM levels, but they don't tell us what the IPMs are. Or maybe they do. Yeah, 3,500. So with the 1/2 inch, they do tell us. And it works up to 69 kV environments. Okay, works in up to 69 kV environments. All right, so mode 1 has 1,000 IPM. Mode 2 has 2,400. Mode 3 has 3,500. And mode 4 has 3,500. And that's your auto mode. Yeah, getting back. So again, very similar. I think these are priced fairly, guys. For the people that are complaining about the impact wrenches, again, I'm shocked that this is $30 cheaper. And again, than a multi-tool. Okay, I just don't understand how that's possible. I like it. I like this a lot. And for me, and for the people who have the 1/2 inch 12 volt stubby like me, and I've been thinking about getting the 3/8 for a long time, I'm probably going to get the 3/8 compact here. All right. I think it offers, again, it's only $20 more. I got the tri-mode and I got a lot more 18 volt batteries and I use them a lot more. Again, for me with my OPE stuff, I still use their blower. I still use their trimmer. So I can just throw this, or people who are in the, Milwaukee's OPE stuff. It's just better to have the 18 volt stuff than carrying 2 different voltage batteries. So I think the impact wrenches are priced fairly well. Now, when you get to the combo kits, they're going to be $369. All right. And again, I would rather get the compact than the Gen 2. Because I think, what it comes down to, guys, is a lot of you guys have the Gen 1 mid-torque impact wrench. And I just know it. I know you're going to get that Gen 2. But I think the compact makes more sense. All right. Now, it comes with 2 5s. You get a hard case. All right. And I believe that the new Gen 2 mid-torque is $419. See, this is where it gets completely absurd. I'm not going to lie. Buy it bare bones. To spend $200 for a charger, and it's not even a rapid charger, and 2 5s is absolutely insane. And again, why are they coming out with a Gen 2 mid-torque already? I don't, because they know people are going to buy it, and it's a simple tool for them to come out with. All right, we're just going to make it a little bit smaller, put a tri-mode in it, and we're going to put the same exact motor in it that's in the mid-torque. That's pretty much what they did. And the same thing, kind of what they did with the compact, or the 18 volt stubby, we'll call it. They really, made it very similar to their 12 volt version, changed the voltage, made it 18 volt, and it's quick for them. $419, again, $115 for the Gen 1 mid-torque with auto mode. Let me just hit this. Actually, no, this is the one we looked at. Let me look at the 3/8, only to see if it does have. That's a 1/2 inch too. And here's the 3/8. Because I find it weird that this only has 3 modes. 600 foot-pounds. Yeah, to see now here it's saying it has 4 modes. So obviously it has 4 modes. I don't know. Home Depot is just very off. I don't know if they've rushed this stuff to put it on the website. But I do think the prices are correct. I will say that, obviously. A lot of the, stuff here in the overview, little off. And here is the kit. So we talked about it, bare tool for $229. The kit is going to be $329 and again, you're getting 1 battery, folks. $329. Again, I put up a skill, brushless. Now I'm not comparing Milwaukee to skill, but if you're looking for something with good runtime that's brushless, this 18 volt and the 12 volt, the new 12 volt, has the same oscillating speed as, the 18 has the same as the 12. So I would recommend, if you're in both platforms and you're really looking, I really recommend just staying with the brushed, guys. It's $99 if you don't want to change platforms, which I know a lot of you don't want to do for a multi-tool. Obviously, you heard me. If you've been following me for the last 3 years, I've always said that XR DeWalt is the best version, best multi-tool out there. I have used Milwaukee's brushed. I've used their 12 volt too. I don't know. It's all about the blade, how easy it is to get them on and off, and the power's there. It's compact, and they're dirt cheap. $99 for their XR brushless multi-tool with a 1.5 amp hour battery, bag, and charger. Again, we're probably not going to see that this year, but we've seen it for $129 at Lowe's. We've seen them for $129 at the Depot. We've seen it with a drill on Amazon. Last year, deal of the day. You got the brushless drill, okay? DeWalt. And the oscillating tool for $129 with 2 batteries. So, I don't know. And I just put the skill up. It's $59 bare tool, $119 for the kit. Look at the specs, guys. I think you're going to be pretty shocked. Now, again, I'm not saying that the skill is built like the Milwaukee, so calm down. But take a look. And remember, skill has a 5-year warranty as well. That's really it. We kind of went over the vac, right, for $199. The pin nailer, though. Oh, yeah. Really surprised at this. See, this is a tool that I thought would be more money. I think this is really a great price, guys. The Makita that's been out for probably 3 years still is $229. When that debuted, it was $239. It stayed $239 for around a year and a half. Then it dropped to $229, or it might, it kind of fluctuates. It matters the retailer. So this is coming in at $30 cheaper. And I like this design better. I think this is, again, I would think that this would be more money, even though it's a 12 volt. All right. How the multi-tool is. A multi-tool is a very simple tool. Mm-hmm. I just don't see how it costs more to make that tool than a nailer. But 23 gauge pin nailer, I think this is going to be awesome. Pin nailers have become extremely popular. And obviously they work terrific with lithium ion technology. DeWalt, I don't know what they're thinking of. They've had nailers out. They were the first ones to really come out with nailers, cordless lithium ion nailers, and we still don't have a pin nailer from them. They have roofing nailers, framing nailers, brad nailers, finish nailers, brad nailers. Hopefully they'll be out with a pin nailer. within the next couple months as well. But $199, awesome. I think it's priced awesome. $249 for the kit is, see, that's the way it should be. All right, now obviously, well, I don't know why they're giving it a 1.5 amp hour battery. Like, what are you doing? I don't know. I don't know what they're, I mean, this thing must have killer. Oh, look, it dropped to 179. And I was talking about their 18 volt, by the way, but they're 12. They have a, see with Makita, they have a 12 volt and an 18 volt, but obviously they have lowered the price of the Makita too. Now the Makita, you see 3 stars here. You know, it's another tool that people either love or they hate it. Type of, kind of like the DeWalt framing nailer. But I just want to see what kind of runtime, because sometimes it usually tell you how many nails it'll sink. 750 pin nails per charge with a 1.5. All right. So if you have a 3 amp hour CP, all right, you can get around 1500. Okay. So, and obviously if you put a 6 on it or a 4, you know, do the math. But I think even for the kit, guys, listen, it's 1.5. I would get a bare tool, no doubt about it, because a 1.5 you can get for $15 on Amazon. But unless you need another charger, but bare tool, killer price. We talked about that. There's a lot of, you know, a lot of the new accessories. It's a lot of new multi-tool blades. They're really investing in the multi-tool. Now, this new multi-tool might blow DeWalt's XR away. And I'll tell you what, for the price, it better. So maybe with all these new attachments, accessories, blades, with the new 12 volt and the 18 volt, maybe they're just out of this world performance-wise, but it better be for that price. I'll put these links below.